Welcome back, T&D Marble Entertainment Marble Race fans. My name is Terry, and we are back here at the Great Marble Chase. We had an exciting first round to the funnel chase. We noticed that Snowflake got gained and holds the record for the fastest time at 34:15. We are now getting ready to do marble racing for Team Homer, and hopefully we can get a team on there just as exciting as the previous ones. So kick back, relax, and enjoy. First race this afternoon is going to be against Lemony and Thunder. The countdown has begun. The marbles are on their way. Thunder takes that quick lead out, hit a little bit of a bump, but he stays in the lead, hits the first funnel. Lemony is right on his tail. They're shooting for that first exit out of there. And who gets it? It's going to be Thunder. Followed very closely by Lemony. They fall to the second funnel, going around. Thunder's continuing to hold his lead. Does a little bit of a block maneuver to block Lemony from taking the lead. He makes it down to the third funnel, but Lemony is still quickly on his tail. However, it looks like Thunder has got this one well in hand. Heads down the funnel, across the bridges, into the queues, and comes down. And his final time is going to be 37:04. Good time, good time. Second race this afternoon is going to put Bob versus Midnight. The marbles are in the chute. Countdown has begun, and they're off. Midnight takes the early lead. He's down into the first funnel. Bob is right there on his tail. Attempting to keep it close, going toward the exit of the funnel, and Bob manages to take the early jump through the funnel exit there, down into the second funnel. Midnight returns the favor, remains close on his tail, and Bob once again manages to beat Midnight into the exit out of the funnel, down into the third funnel. We have Bob and Midnight, Bob, Midnight. They're neck and neck, but Bob takes the early lead out. He's coming down through the track, down through the queues. Midnight's on his tail. It's too late. 34:20 is the final for Bob, just shy of the record. Now we have Thunder and Midnight. Marbles are in the start block. Countdown has begun. They're off, and Midnight took an early jump. He will be disqualified from the remainder of the race, but we will allow the race to continue on as is, allowing Thunder, if possible, to score a decent shot at a record. However, Midnight will be disqualified. Thunder is now in the second funnel, working his way down to the third. In the third, time is not looking good on his side. However, Thunder will still be guaranteed the win. Down into the queues, down into the end, and 38 seconds. Now we have Bob and Lemony, the yellow and the orange. Balls are inside the starter block. They're ready to go. Countdown has begun. And they're off. We have Bob out in front, followed very closely with Lemony, both down into the first funnel, actively seeking to be the first through the funnel. And Lemony comes away with the first, but Bob is very close. Down into the second funnel. Lemony continues his dominance, coming out of the funnel first, down into the third funnel. Bob is close behind, but he's slowly losing ground. Lemony's hitting that exit point for the third funnel, coming down through the queues. Bob is starting to finally come out of the picture. 34:22 for Lemony, our winner of this round. Now Bob has to come off that loss and go against the hot runner this time, Thunder. They're in their blocks. The countdown has begun. And they're off. Thunder takes the quick lead. They're almost neck and neck coming out of the lanes into the first funnel. Too close to tell just who has it yet, and it's going to be Thunder coming out of the first funnel with the lead. He's starting to pull a little bit away from Bob. He's getting ready to hit that exit for the second funnel already. Bob is trying to close it up, but he hasn't been successful. Down into the third funnel. Thunder is holding a sizable lead now. Out of the third funnel, across the bridge, into the queues. Looks like a moderately okay time, 36:13, good time. Last race for the set has Midnight and Lemony. After this, we will find out first set results. The marbles in their block. Countdown's going. and Lemony takes that early lead out, but Midnight manages to beat him across the line. Midnight, Lemony. Midnight's holding this very slight lead through the funnels. They're closing it up a little bit, but Midnight does manage to hold off to the first drop. Midnight's down into the second funnel, followed very quickly by Lemony. They're continuing to strive to be the first one through that second one. And it remains Midnight going into the third funnel in the lead. Lemony remains close on his tail, but it looks like this time Midnight is going to get, he does. He gets that first drop out of there, which almost guarantees him the victory at this point. Midnight, 36-21, good time. First 6 races are now in the books. Second 6 races are left to come up. We've had some excitement in the first 6 races. Hopefully we can get some more excitement in the second 6 races. And there are your current standings as they stand to this moment. Thunder is still leading in their division. Let's get ready for round 2. We start the second set the same way we started the first set. Thunder and Lemony.
3.
All marbles in the blocks. Countdown has begun, and they're off. Lemony takes the quick lead out. He is way ahead of Thunder coming out of the blocks. Down into the funnels. Thunder does manage to close it up a little, but not enough. Lemony gets the first drop out of that first funnel and continues to hold on to a decent lead going down through the second funnel, out of the second funnel, into the third funnel. He is building a huge lead off of Thunder. Coming out of the funnel, he's running at a decent pace. Not record, but good enough to win. 36-05. If there's ever 2 marbles in more of a need of a win, this is it. Midnight and Bob. Both of them had lousy first sets. They're in their blocks. Countdown has begun. They are off. Bob takes off with that early lead. Midnight is extremely close behind. I mean, we're talking like he could have kissed him. He was so close. But Midnight does manage to push Bob out of the way. He gets the lead out of the first funnel, down into the second funnel. Bob is a little bit on the lazy side coming out of there. Looks like Midnight's going to get the early drop out of the second funnel, down into the third funnel. Bob is trying to catch up, but it does not look like he's going to be successful this time around. Midnight's going to be the first one out of the third funnel, across the bridge, through the queues, coming down to the finish line, 36-05. Midnight comes right back off of that hot win, but is it going to be enough momentum to take on Thunder, who is on a red-hot roll with 3 wins in a row? Countdown has already begun. Midnight is way slow coming out of the blocks. He's way behind Thunder into that first funnel. But what's this? He closes up a considerable amount of the gap coming out of the funnel, but not enough. He's still holding behind Thunder, going down into the second funnel. It's still close, but some way, shape, or form, Midnight manages to pull off a pass in the second funnel. He's finally beaten Thunder, coming out of there, holds on to it out of the third funnel. He's coming down through the queues. He's going to end up with a moderate time with a 36-21. Bob just watched Midnight win 2 races back-to-back. He would like to get onto that bandwagon. He's now up against Lemony. They're both in the blocks, and they're off. Lemony takes the early lead out. However, Bob does get the inside track, beats him down first into that first funnel. He's going around. It is too close to call. Coming out of that first funnel, and Lemony does manage to take back that first place lead. Bob is remaining extremely close into the second funnel, and Bob takes back first place coming out of the second funnel. Going down in the third funnel, who's going to take it this time? Is it going to be Lemony doing the catch back up, or is Bob going to hold on to first place? He does. First, Bob holds on to that first place lead. Coming down, he's going to end up with a moderate time of 37:01. Bob would love to get the Midnight repeat, just like Midnight did. Thunder would love to be able to get paid back for his loss to Midnight. They're off. Thunder holding that dominant lead like he is almost the whole round this time. However, Bob manages to be the one to get through the first funnel. Thunder is still right there with him, right behind, down into the second funnel. Bob is trying to hold off. Bob does hold off, gets the drop out of the second funnel first. Bob would really love to get this win, that is for sure. But Thunder would really hate to get the loss as well. But looks like it's going to be Bob, as Bob is the first one down out of the funnel. 37-10, not a great time, but it's a win. Last race of the day has Midnight Lemony. As you may recall, Midnight beat Lemony last time they met this round. Lemony would love to get a payback. He would also love to stop Midnight's 3-race winning streak that he's got going. We did notice that Midnight was first out of the block, but Lemony beat him through the lanes. Midnight is trying to hold off, make it the first out of this first funnel. He is successful in that. Lemony is quick behind into the second funnel, and it looks like Lemony might have even taken a little bit of a skip to get in front of Midnight. Coming down there, he does. Down into the third funnel is Lemony in the lead. Midnight is slowly starting to fall behind. He does not look like he's going to have it in order to get it 4 wins in a row. It looks like Lemony is going to take this one with a moderate time of a 37:04. And there you have it, race fans. The end of the second set. Round is now complete. Next round is going to be the intergrouping play. That will be next week. We'll see that. Here are today's results. If you take a look, there is no changes to the current standings. If you are enjoying our presentation today, and if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please click like and share. And as always, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, this is Terry with T&D Marble Entertainment, and signing off. See you later.